Hello, welcome to Leper Now. Where do we get our name? As we find that people that come up with innovative and sometimes wise solutions to problems are often treated like the leper of biblical times. All we're really promoting is that we use wisdom to think of problems rather than see how many rules we can pile together to try to prevent all the evils of the day. So today, ahead of time, we're not ready for this. We're going to deal with this whole gun violence and what they call gun control issue. People want gun control, some people don't want gun control. Well, you know what? You're both wrong. So I'm going to make everybody angry. What I would like to do is start with the fact that we need to stop vilifying guns to the point of what they call zero tolerance, which is just a way of saying I'm going to be really stupid about an issue. Zero tolerance means that if a second grader goes bang bang, they're suddenly convicted or treated as though they committed a gun crime. That's BS, we all know it. But I also remember my own childhood, and I've read back in history. We've always tied rights with responsibility. We had gun control when I was young. When I was 18, gun control was called you spending so much time and money putting a roof over your head and buying your own clothes and buying your own car and groceries that there's not enough money left over to be buying a lot of guns. But I was introduced to guns younger, lived in rural areas, and I'm sure there's ways we can find to help bring people that live in the suburbs and urban areas to this kind of a point as well. And what we did is, I think I was in the 4th grade, I got a BB gun. It's pretty nice. You go out shooting cans off brick walls after you got good with it. You and your buddies would go out and we'd all shoot cans together. In some of the slow winter months in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania, I had a box set up with a target on it so I could practice shooting indoors with a BB gun. From there, I started hunting, different state. Must have been 13, maybe 14, probably 13. I could get a hunting license. I got the license. My dad made me go out hunting a few times with a guy who was a huge big game hunter to make sure I knew what I was doing. He gave me the pointers, he gave me the tips, and son of a gun, I could go out hunting. A school teacher actually gave me my first gun, and I was actually allowed to own that gun. As far as anybody was concerned, there was no background checks, there was no nothing. But it was a single shotgun. So I took the single shotgun and I got really good at shooting. We would shoot pheasant, duck, and rabbits. A couple of guys I went to school with, we would go hunting together after school. Grandma liked it because I got to be such a good shot that I could shoot a pheasant in the head and not get any buckshot in the body so it didn't bother her teeth. Pretty impressive. We would go hunting after school, but based on the community and no bus service and everything else, it would have been forever for us to go home and bring our guns back, and by then it'd be too late to hunt. So we literally took our guns to school with us. 13, 14 years old. We put the shotgun in the bottom part of the locker and the shotgun shells up top. I don't think we had locks on our lockers either. But it was okay. It was no big deal because it wasn't about all this crap you hear about how you need a gun to defend your rights and protect you and do this. And no, that was always a small portion. The gun was there for hunting. Somebody tries to kick my door down, I'm going to go get my hunting shotgun and defend my home. What happened is, and I think we need to, let me say this, we need to get back with that. We need to allow 13, 14 plus, with parental supervision, with parental control, the right for a 13 or 14-year-old under the right circumstances to own their own single-shot rifle, or by rifle I mean a .22 rimfire rifle or shotgun. The parent will always be responsible for the storage of those items. We're going to also ask that the law change in a way to accommodate and codify the fact that the homeowner or whoever's name is on the lease of a rental is responsible and shall dictate how firearms will be stored under their control. So if you're 19 and you live at home and you've got a gun, I'll tell you what kind you're going to get soon. It must follow the homeowner or the leaseholder's direction on how that gun is stored. Okay. From 13, 14 up to 18, single shot rifle or 22. When you turn 18, and I'm saying if you've graduated from high school in August of the year you turn 18, so you should be out of school, all the graduation parties, everything gone. If you graduated from high school, then you can buy a pump action or lever action rifle or shotgun. Period. If you're living at home, they dictate the storage rules. When you turn 21, you can buy a handgun, but only a revolver. None of these magazine semi-automatic handguns with 50 round clips. You're getting a revolver, no more than 6 shots unless it's a 22 rimfire, and then you can be 8 shots. That's it. Finally, when you turn 25, then you can get any kind of gun you want. Semi-automatic, assault rifles, you name it. Handgun, long gun, doesn't matter. Oh, wait a minute, that's going to make that girl at Kent State. If you look up in YouTube, or on the web, Kent State Come and Get It girl, you'll see what I mean. Here's a girl that's very responsible at probably 21 years old because she graduated from college. Maybe we could relax those 25-year-old laws and allow them at 21, 22 with a demonstration of responsibility. Graduating college, buying a home, supporting yourself for a year in a rental property, honorable discharge from the military, maybe a year after an honorable discharge. We can look at ways of relaxing the 25-year-old limits for those who have shown responsibility in such a manner as that would demonstrate ability to handle the right. And also, the laws I'm talking about aren't different for police or military police when they're in the civilian world in the United States, nor are they different from, for law enforcement. So if you're a 21-year-old who graduated the police academy and you're ready to be a cop, well, maybe for the first year, because after the year you will have demonstrated enough responsibility probably to then qualify for a semi-automatic pistol. But for that first year, you need to have a revolver just like everybody else. You need to have a pump shotgun rather than the assault rifle in your car, just like everybody else. So that's what we're talking about. Coupling responsibility with rights, and no more dumping these kids who haven't shown enough initiative to get their own roof, to pay their own way, to get their own car, and do all those hard things. We need to take away their ability, the people that have shown no responsibility, from having the worst weapons made available on the market. But we also need to allow the majority of the population that does show responsibility the same opportunity to have all the guns that are available to us today. And look at the statistics. The vast majority of all these mass shooting problems are people under 25. Most of them live at home and have shown no responsibility. So that's my solution to how we deal with guns. But before gun control, see the video just before this, just ahead of this, and you'll see what we need to do ahead of gun control. What about the people who already own these guns that we're going to put off ownership of until 25? Well, remember, it has to be stored in accordance with the property owner or leaseholder's wishes. That alone should be one big check, Because when we tell the property owner, or leaseholder that you're responsible for storing this, and that way unauthorized use of this could perhaps be a responsibility of yours, I think a lot of those guns are going to go away for the worst of these kids that shouldn't have them. That's what I got. Tell me how it's wrong. Thank you.